Hello, and welcome back to Let's Get Lit. In today's episode, we're going to be going over the Friar's tale from the Canterbury Tales. Can looks be deceiving? Can someone be not of this earth? And can you be tricked by them? If that intrigues you, then join me as we dive into the Friar's tale in the Canterbury Tales. All right, here we go. The prologue for the Friar's tale begins with the narrator making observations about the friar. The narrator notes that the friar seems to be at odds ends with the summoner. This can be echoed by the friar speaking up after the wife of Bath's tale, telling her she did a great job and that her tale was really good. He then says he's going to tell a tale about a summoner and how corrupt they are. The host speaks up and says, "Hold on, let's be nice. I don't want to fight and I don't want to start some shit." To this, the summoner speaks up and says, No, let's hear what he has to say. I can take it." The summoner then says that whatever the friar tells in his tale, the summoner will repay him back twicefold. The host tells everyone, "All right, calm down." He looks back at the friar and says, "Okay, go ahead with your tale." The friar begins his tale by describing a summoner and all of his wicked ways that he was able to make money. Through false relics, through blackmail, through bribery, and all other tricks he had up his sleeve. As he was beginning to describe all of this, the actual summoner chimes in, but the host shuts him down and says, "Let the friar continue." The friar gives a few more examples about how the summoner in his story has agents that he hires to go out and spy and blackmail on other people, so that way he knows everyone's sins. It's even said that the summoner in this tale hires a woman who sleeps with people, and then she goes and tells him exactly who came to see her, so he knows this sin. He then continues on the story with how the summoner one day is riding in the woods going to see an older woman to get as much money from her as possible. Along the way, he sees another man on horse who he thinks is just another young man. He stops and introduces himself, and they begin to talk. As they're talking, the summoner and this yeoman discuss the matters of business that they do. The summoner tells him of everything that he does and what his work in life is. The other man responds that he must have all sorts of money at his disposal. The summoner answers him and says, "No, I have a very high and severe lord who takes most of my money. So he has to extort people in order just to make a living." And responds with this and says, "Oh, I do the same thing as well." So they continue to talk and they both decide that they're going to become brothers in arms. The summoner asks this yeoman, "Where do you live?" And the yeoman responds, "Up north." The summoner then begins to ask what this young man's name is, but the yeoman refuses to tell him and simply says that he's a fiend and his dwellings are in hell. The summoner says they've already made a pact to become brothers, so he will follow him anyways. The summoner and this demon soon stumble upon a small little village. In the village, they see a man that has a cart and a horse, and the cart is full of hay. The cart also gets stuck in the mud. The farmer gets really upset and says, "The devil take all of this." To which the summoner looks at the demon and says, "Well, go ahead, take it. He's practically giving it to you." The demon turns back and looks at the summoner and says, No, he didn't actually mean it. It was just a saying of exasperation." Next, they make their way to the old widow's house, and the summoner tries to get her to pay 12 pence for a crime she didn't commit. When the old woman comes out, she refused to pay him anything and said, "I have no debts and that there is no proof." After this argument, the summoner says that he will have to take her new frying pan that she has as the debt. She refuses again, and she says, "To hell with you and with the frying pan." The summoner looks back at the demon, and the demon says, "Oh yeah, she actually meant that." The demon gives him one last chance to repent, to which the summoner doesn't. And after this, the demon then drags the summoner and frying pan to hell, where all the other summoners have a special place in hell they go to. The friar ends his tale with hopes that all summoners can repent from their evil ways and to make a true and honest living. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Canterbury Tales. Have a great rest of your day. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay lit.